Hey food lovers, welcome to another episode of Lifestyle with a Food Lover. I am Chef Kristen Hatton at KristenMaries.com, and this is
Dr. Toni Hatton, vision expert at www.theattractivethinker.guru.
and today's topic is called identifying your food struggles / triggers, I guess. So I'm going to start with myself. I am a monkey see, monkey eat type person. Like, I see food and I have to eat it. That's one of the problems that I deal with, which is why I told you recently, like, I don't buy junk food. Even that's like one of my weaknesses. I love chips. I love salty, crunchy things. So I can't have it in my house. If it's in my house, I'm going to eat it, which is how I kind of limit my junk food intake. I'll eat it outside of the house, but not in the house. Because if I'm sitting there on the bed, I see the chips on top of the fridge, I'm just like, I gotta eat it. Or it's like at work, it's the last cookie sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm not even hungry. I'll pick up the cookie and I'll eat it, and then I'll turn around like, I didn't even want that cookie. Like, what is going on? So now that I know I'm a seafood person, like, I guess I have to figure out how to work around that type of thing. So what do you think one of your food triggers, like food struggle, is?
Well, when I think of food trigger or food struggle, I love chocolate. I won't say that it's a trigger. I'll say that something triggers something in my life, and then I go for the chocolate. So we're going to get a little bit deep here.
Of course. But
So,
I guess, well, chocolate isn't necessarily bad. Maybe it's the kind of chocolate
right,
that you're
and
eating.
yeah,
All the added sugars and all the processing and stuff like that. Because natural chocolate is actually kind of healthy.
it is. And the type of chocolate that I love, I have to order it ahead of time and stock up on it, right? Because it's not something you can run to the convenience store and get, because those were the types of chocolates that were really sabotaging my wellness goals. And because nothing else was available, I would just sabotage, and then try to work it off later. Or, a lot of food struggles that I would encounter would be, for example, when nothing else is available, you just go and get what's available. I'd end up with a headache.
So one of your food struggles is convenience, I guess.
It could be convenience, if you want to say that, because there was no preparation involved. Like, for example, food lovers, that you're gonna, whatever your food love is, you automatically know you're gonna want that at some point in time, right? Because we always talk about the 80-20 rule. You eat healthy most of the time, and then 20% of the time you treat yourself, right? Because this is not about denial. This is about enjoying life and enjoying your food, but with moderation, right? So we're not, because I remember there was a time, now, we're just going to be authentic and honest about a lot of things when we talk about food struggles and triggers. I remember there was that, because I love chocolate. I used to wake up, now I would take the mini size chocolate bars. I'm not even going to say what kind they were. And I would put them in the freezer so that I could have them for breakfast.
Wait, where were you eating chocolate bars for breakfast? I don't remember this.
You guys were very little. You guys were very little, so you didn't. Hopefully, you didn't.
I've never seen you do that.
Good.
Wow. In my 20-something years, that's the first time I've heard you say.
Yes, that was like the first thing I would eat in the morning, because they were frozen. Like you say, you like the crunch of a potato chip. They were frozen. I'm telling you, food lovers, there is nothing like a frozen chocolate bar first thing in the morning.
And that's not good to subject your body to all that sugar first thing in the morning.
Yes. So I share that because I really want you guys to know that, like Kristen and I always say, we're not perfect, and this is a food journey. Your wellness is a wellness journey, and we're tweaking things, we're testing that. I wouldn't dare do that now. That was a past life, but it was fantastic. I can think about it now and just feel it. It was just a great euphoric feeling to have chocolate first thing in the morning, but like you said, it was sabotaging because I would crash in the afternoon.
So now you order your chocolate products from a great baker,
Yes.
and you order it ahead of time. So I guess
Yes.
your food struggle was, convenience and chocolate, but now you plan
Yes.
for those, for those
Yes.
times when you want, and you have a healthier alternative.
Yes.
So I guess other people's food struggles, it's not always eating.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't eat enough.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't have enough water in their
Mm-hmm.
diet.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all kind of, you really have to identify what your food struggle is,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't get better if you don't know what it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can have a really great diet, but you're dehydrated.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you're kind of self-sabotaging yourself because you don't know your body. You don't know what you need.
Exactly. You said the key word, knowing your body. When you don't know your body, you're just cramming stuff down your throat to fill a void.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just sabotaging everything. Blood pressure is out of whack, blood sugar's off the
Mm-hmm.
chain. You're not hydrated. A lot of times when we get that trigger, we think we're hungry and we're really thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Because the same trigger takes place for hunger and thirst. But most people, when they get that feeling, they'll run to the food instead of the water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about food triggers and food struggles, that piece that you mentioned about getting to know your body is key. It's very key to the success of this whole process, because your wellness, food lover, your body, your taste, your DNA is as unique as your fingerprint.
It really is.
So one man's food is another man's poison. You can't say, well, my roommate or my friend or my partner
takes this diet pill or eats this every day or drinks that every day, and they're just dropping weight. Or, oh no, they starve themselves for 6 hours and they only eat one meal a day.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
That's not going to work for you because your bodies are different.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to get to know your body.
That's
like
true.
we always say.
That's true. And we need consistent fuel. You
Mm-hmm.
can't survive off of one meal a day.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people, as a health coach, I know a lot of people who don't eat breakfast. They get up in the morning and they run straight out the door with nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, I do that sometimes, and I know it's not good for me, but I don't know, sometimes I don't have an appetite anymore, or I'm just not thinking about it, and then it's like I get to where I'm going, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why didn't I grab that banana or the
Mm-hmm.
granola bar or something?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm literally running out of energy
Yes.
as I'm going because I don't have anything to work off of.
Yes. And now you're vulnerable to whatever's available.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So not only did you not eat, and you feel like, weird and stressed and, low energy, but now you have to sabotage it by eating something that is not in alignment with your goals.
Mm-hmm.
All because we didn't think ahead, we didn't position ourselves for wellness success.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
As a speaker, I go through the same thing sometimes. If I'm rushing and I forget to pack something I always bring food with me. And if I forget to
we
pack
know about
something,
them boiled eggs in the purse. Mm-hmm.
Well, you mentioned the boiled eggs. You might as well tell them what you're talking about.
She likes to boil eggs and keep them in her purse or take them with her when she's traveling to different states and like speaking and things like that. But she has a habit of burning the boiled eggs. And one time she did this and put the eggs back in the carton, and I went to go make eggs, like scrambled eggs, and I didn't realize that I was cracking boiled eggs into the pan, wondering why the yolk wasn't coming out.
You was like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I was just like, this egg is bad. I'm just going to get another egg, and I crack it. Nothing's coming out. And then I see the little burn spots on the egg where you had burnt the eggs. Like, how do you burn boiled eggs?
Like, food lovers, I was speaking, I was coaching at a conference, and I was rushing to the airport. I had my food, snacks, and everything all bagged up.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the eggs on boil on low. When I came downstairs, someone had taken the pot off.
It off because they were done.
Right.
Now, her version of
That's
boiled eggs,
that's the issue.
She likes them green. I tell her that boiled eggs are supposed to be yellow on the inside when they're done. She likes them green. That's no.
So when I saw the pot off of the stove, I knew that they were done according to someone else's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I put them back on because I want to make sure. I don't want to crack an egg, get to the hotel and crack an egg, and it's not done and I can't eat it, right? So I put the pot back on. I went back upstairs to finish packing and getting dressed, forgot about the eggs.
And burnt, the water is gone and everything. And she decides that, oh, well, we got a whole nother carton of eggs in the fridge. I'm just going to put these back in the old carton.
I couldn't take burnt eggs because they were not only burnt, they were cracked. And because they were cracked, the odor of the egg would be all in the airplane, all at the airport. And I just didn't want everything smelling like a boiled egg. I wanted the shell intact. So I put all those eggs back in the carton, and I just put another set of eggs in the pot. And I didn't find out until later when I got back that
what had happened to me. You ruined my breakfast. I was so upset that I just went upstairs and didn't eat anything.
Because she didn't have any eggs. And food lovers, this is a great opportunity because when you have your mouth set on something.
Gosh, yes. Nothing else will suffice. If you don't get that one thing, nothing is going to compare to that. Like, you'll eat something just for the energy, but it's just it's not satisfying. It's not the same.
So she put all her little spices back, all her little toppings back because there were no eggs. I mean, you could have easily made something else. You're a chef. You could have made something else.
Yeah,
you had your mouth set on them eggs.
I did. I had taken out the sausage and the turkey bacon and everything. I'm like, yes, I'm about to make some good breakfast. And the eggs were boiled. That was very traumatizing too.
I know. But these are the processes that we go through with food. We talk about having your mouth set on something. That's internal. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on other than being hungry and wanting something to eat. Mm-hmm. When your mouth is set on something, you can be full and still eat.
Oh, I do it all the time. Just like, I think it was like probably Sunday. Like, I think I texted you, I was like, save me a slice of pizza because you told me the boys were eating pizza. I had just gotten off of work around the whole time, and I wasn't hungry because I think I had a salad and something else or a piece of chicken. And then I get here, I'm like, I don't want that pizza no more. But I saw it on the table, and it looked so good. It had the balsamic glaze and the onions and the tomatoes, and I was just like, all right, I would just eat this slice. I ate 4 slices of pizza, and I don't even know. And the thing about it is, not only was I eating it, and it was bad for me because the carbs, the cheese, wasn't supposed to have that. Nothing about that pizza was good for me.
Except the veggies.
Yeah, the veggies, but it wasn't enough for that to do anything. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was just one of those things, like, if I see food, like, I just have to, I don't have to, but, it's just like, it's like a trigger.
Stories. It's a trigger, but we have, food lover, we have to pay close attention to that story that we hear that gives us permission to sabotage, that gives us permission to do the very thing that we say we're not going to do, right? Mm-hmm. Now, again, we're talking about 80-20. So if you're on your 80 part of the week and you got these stories going on and you can't even stick to the 80, then that's what we want to talk about.
It was my 20 day, but at the same time, even still on my 20 days, I'm still sort of conscious about what I eat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I want to go so bad.
Yes.
It's like, honestly, like, sometimes food is like a drug to me. It's like it's like that one little taste, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't go back to eating.
And then you try to cram it down my throat. Like, Ma, you gotta taste. I'm like, no. You like, Ma, you gotta taste.
But it's like, if I eat it,
you gonna get sick by yourself. You gonna get fat by yourself. No, and of course, I just taste a little tiny.
It's like, don't you just spit it out, or like you lick it or something. That irritates me. I'm just like,
because I'm on my 80 day, not my 20 day.
Yeah, but I'm just like, we gotta be in alignment. Don't you talk about being in alignment with the people that are around you? We gotta match up our 80-20 days, because when I'm on my 20, you need to be on your 20 so you can not lick around the pizza or take the cheese off and leave the slice of dough. And I'm just like,
yelling like, you ruined the whole slice of pizza.
You wasted.
I didn't want all that bread. I mean, it would be great. I mean, it's a great idea. Maybe you could do it. Make a pizza with whole grain bread or something.
You made a pizza dough one time. It was like coconut flour or something. That was really good.
Did you hear that, food lover? You can make pizza with coconut flour.
Yeah.
Make the pizza dough. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it. There are alternatives. Yeah, but because they're not readily available, they don't sell this stuff in fast food shops. Coconut flour pizza, So you end up submitting to whatever is available, right? And you sabotage, and then you get the regrets and all the guilts and all those feelings, and then you starve yourself the next day, and it's just a vicious cycle, right? But when you have that balance in place with those food triggers and food struggles, you can bounce back into your normal routine. team.
Yeah.
You don't have to go on a diet. You know, you own your 20% day, right?
Mhm.
And you don't have to go on a diet. You don't have to say, "Oh, I'm fat," and start squeezing your rolls and things like that.
I do that all the time. It's not like rolls or anything, but I just like, oh, I'm in the mirror, like, like, okay, you need to
Mhm.
cut back on something. What are you eating that's giving you that you know,
Right.
little rump roast?
Right.
But,
Right.
but I don't know, just sitting here talking, I guess my two main food struggles are not enough water
Mhm.
during the day and skipping breakfast. Like you were talking about that earlier. I think that's like my main thing if I really think about it. So I guess, okay, so how do I fix that? I would have to incorporate more water throughout the day. I have to bring water with me because it's like I'm out of the house, you know, more than half the day, you know, cooking and around food. And that's the weird thing. It's like I'm around all this food, but yet I'm still lacking in certain areas, whatever, because it's hard to cook for other people. And then even like yesterday, I was at a client's house, cooked all this wonderful food for her. I came home and I was just like, I'm hungry, but I don't feel like cooking for myself. Isn't that weird? Like, I think I need a chef, like, for myself. But I ate, like, a banana with some peanut butter because I was just so...
That reminds me, I have some almond butter
Oh,
upstairs. You
gosh.
have to try
Okay.
it. Because you know how much I love peanut butter. But
Yeah.
almond butter, whoop.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
take the whole can.
sidebar.
I probably take the whole can, like, when I leave.
It's
but
delicious.
anyway, yeah. But,
and they had creamy. It's not... It's not crunchy. They had choices like regular peanut butter, crunchy almond butter, and creamy almond butter.
Did you get the crunchy?
I got the creamy.
Oh, I like crunchy peanut butter.
Oh,
I like the texture.
That means I can have all of it.
No, I'm a still think so. Oh, that creamy peanut butter, it's like baby food. You just mush it around your mouth. Like, I need something with a little texture, something to chew. Instead of me just, you know how I eat too fast sometimes, like it just go in.
Just whooping down.
And like I don't even chew my food.
But you even inhale and chew.
I do inhale. Like sometimes when we're eating like soba noodles and spaghetti and stuff, like I'll put it in my mouth. And then it's so slippery, it's like I swallow. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel it in my chest. Like I didn't chew my food.
Food issues. Another topic. Food issues. Food issues. Now, you know, food lovers, all of this conversation about food is what people deal with every single day because they don't understand balance or they struggle to bring balance or they're not aware that their particular body is different from someone else's. And because a lot of times you see advertisements, you see promotions and products and things, and everybody, hordes of people just run out and get it when it's not even for everybody. Some people are successful with it, some people fail with it, and then the ones that fail with it think it's them. And it just wasn't designed for them.
What about I guess maybe a solution to maybe my problem anyway, so I know mine was skipping breakfast. Could possibly be because I don't feel like making anything or grabbing something in the morning. Yours was convenience. So preparation could be an easy solution for the both of us.
It really is.
I just have to figure out what I'm gonna eat for breakfast the night before. You just have to plan your meals and have something ready because you're busy. Just so it's kind of like a grab and go.
That's a big thing for me. Having it ready. You gotta have it ready.
If you plan ahead, if you plan your meals ahead, or at least have an idea of what you're gonna eat, when the time comes to eat at that time of day,
you have to think about it.
because I think it's the guessing.
It is.
It's just like, all right, well, I got this amount of time. I'm here. With this person, okay, well, we'll just eat this. But if you prepare ahead of time, then that kind of solves the problem right there. You don't even got to do the guesswork. It's just like, oh, here's my meal, you know. So
food lovers, wow. That was awesome. I like that. Food triggers and food struggles.
So I hope this video helped you take a step towards identifying your personal food struggles and food triggers. And I know it helped me figure out a couple things while we were sitting here talking. But stay tuned for more episodes. I am Chef Kristen Hatton at KristenReeves.com, and this is
Dr. Toni Hatton, vision expert at www.theattractivethinker.guru and certified health coach. I might mention that since we're talking about food.
Bye.
Bye, food lovers.